This is AVIOT, Atypical Voices in Our Time, the official podcast of Chemistry Productions. That's spelled K3MISTRY Productions, a media education company.
So go a little something like this. That's AVIOT.
What's going on, everyone? This is the AVIOT podcast. I'm your gracious co-host, Jay Stokes, joined by Koya and Jay Random. Jay Random is over here breathing into the microphone, making some weird noises.
Oh, wait, y'all heard that?
Yes, I heard that.
I was yawning. My bad.
Yeah, he was. He was trying to conceal the yawn.
I was really trying to conceal it. I ain't think nobody heard that shit.
That was a fail.
Oh, man. What's going on? What's going on, everybody?
Well, we're going to have to pick up from where we left off last week talking about this anti-Semitism and these comments made towards the Jewish community, because Mr. Nick Cannon has recently come under fire because people are considering him anti-Semitic against Jewish people, because he made some comments on a episode of his YouTube channel called Cannon's Class with Professor Griff from Public Enemy. He was talking about the Jewish community and saying how black people are the original Jews, kind of insinuating that we are the original Semitic people, and saying how black people really can't be anti-Semitic because we're the original Semites.
If we were truly the children of Israel, and we're defining who the Jewish people are, because I feel like if we actually can understand that construct, then we can see that there is no hate involved. When we talk about the lies, the deceit, how the fake dollar controls all of this, then maybe we can get to the reason why they wanted to silence you, why they wanted to silence Minister Farrakhan, and they want to throw that we are having hate speech when it's never hate speech, when it's not. You can't be anti-Semitic when the Semitic when we are the Semitic people, when we are the same people that who they want to be. That's our birthright.
That's our birthright.
So if that's truly our birthright, there's no hate involved.
It's not.
How did this message get so misconstrued?
When we came back to claim it.
And then he also made some comments talking about melanin and talking about how white people, they are really savage because they lack that melanin.
When they were sent to the mountains of Caucasus, when they didn't have the power of the sun, that the sun then started to deteriorate them. So then they're acting out of fear. They're acting out of low self-esteem. They're acting out of a deficiency. So therefore, the only way that they can act is evil. The only way they have to rob, steal, rape, kill, and
fight or flight,
in order to survive.
Exactly.
So then these people who didn't have what we had, and when I say we, I speak of the melanated people.
Right.
They had to be savages.
So people are calling him anti-Semitic. They're calling him a racist. And I just want to get both of y'all thoughts on this matter before I go any further.
I agree with him. They're Neanderthals. That's it.
And what's your reasoning for that, Coy?
Just based on what I've read and, the things that I've learned. And it just is what it is. We didn't make the rules. He's just saying what it is.
I think it's all about your delivery. What he's saying as far as black people are the original Israelites, that is so true as far as you can find it in the books, you can find it in your history. So I don't see a problem with what he said with that. I really don't see a problem with what he said with anything, because if you think about the cavemen, they never really specified a caveman being black. They really only stuck to cavemen being white.
Cavemen were white because if you think about where they were, their areas, they lacked pigmentation. A black person wouldn't be able to survive in that environment.
Yeah. And I also feel like nowadays everyone is just sensitive, but they're only sensitive because of our movement, Black Lives Matter. So it's kind of like they really don't care for Black lives to matter, but in so many ways, they're actually, quote unquote, acting like they care. But in the same token, they don't want us to say any truth. I guess in so many ways.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So many ways, it's like, I'm fighting your cause. The least you could do is not tell the truth. I don't talk about me.
It's the truth. Like, he did nothing but say the truth. Like, everybody's so sensitive nowadays to the truth at that. They'll rather him say something that's fake news.
Exactly.
Love fake.
Jay Stokes, correct me if I'm wrong. I think you and I spoke earlier about this. I think the only problem I have is not really a problem, but I think, once again, it's all about who you're quoting. When I say that is, are they also calling him a racist and Anti-Semitic. What the hell is it?
Anti-Semitic.
Semitic. I'm about to make a whole new word.
Wow.
Anti-Semitic. Because
I don't say it right either. I don't know.
no, that's cool. Anti-Semitic. I'm about to say a totally different word because he's also agreeing with Farrakhan. Was he agreeing with anything with Farrakhan in this particular speech at the time?
Yeah, he did say that he agreed with some of the sentiments of Louis Farrakhan. And the thing I have to mention about Louis Farrakhan, people call him an anti-Semite all the time and say he hates Jews or he's against Jews. All right, here's the thing. The reason why black people have a deep love and respect for Louis Farrakhan is because he's done a lot for the black community.
That's correct.
So you don't necessarily have to agree with everything he says. And a lot of his comments towards the Jewish community have been taken out of context because people listen to sound bites instead of the full lecture or the full clip of what he's saying. You don't have to agree with everything that he says, but he has done a lot for the black community in terms of getting black people off the streets and helping them out.
We know, Ms. Freeman, according to recent history, that Jews did suffer in Nazi Germany. We can't say that the Holocaust did not exist. We don't have any control of NBC and ABC and CBS and CNN to constantly tell our story. I don't mind hearing about the Holocaust because suffering is suffering. But if we could tell our story like the Jews tell their story, then your people would cry over our suffering as we have cried over yours. You lost 6 million, Ms. Freeman, and we lost 100 million in the Middle Passage coming from Africa to America, where Arabs and Jews and Europeans and Africans and Americans were involved in that slave trade. And now today something has to be done because the suffering of black people is intolerable. It is unbearable.
When we think about like white leaders in U.S. society, most white leaders or white people in history, such as George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, were hardcore racists. But we quote them all the time and we look at the good they have done for the country, if you can say they've done good, in terms of establishing the United States. So you can look at a polarizing figure and take the good out of what they say, and you can recognize that some of the things they say you might not necessarily agree with. And I just want to put that out there regarding Louis Farrakhan. Also, when it comes to people saying black people are racist, I take issue with that in terms of black people being like a force that can really put white people down. The fact of the matter is this: when white people say something racist or they say something discriminatory towards black people, they have a power structure that can enforce that.
Yes, sir.
If black people say something, as you say, racist or prejudiced against white people, it's like an ant yelling at a human being that's about to step on them. There's not really much you can do.
And I also feel like...
Great point.
No, you got a point. And I also feel like when it comes to Louis Farrakhan, I think it all boils down to what you were saying. A lot of people listen to sound bites and don't really listen to what he's saying. And
He's a radical.
Yeah, and I also feel like, no, he's a radical, but I think also now correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like he's in his own world, meaning he doesn't need them, so he can really speak his own mind. Some of the stuff I do them as far as he don't need white people,
Okay.
So I mean he can speak his own mind. But I also feel like with Nick Cannon, I'm just hoping that Nick Cannon actually has residual income coming in because there's going to be some tough times.
Nick Cannon's straight.
He should be straight. He should be straight.
That's why he said it.
He's good.
He should be straight. He should be straight. He's not going to fool.
Viacom. He's been fired by Viacom, which he worked with for over 20 years since he was 17. So he's good.
They offered him to come to Revolt and get robbed, probably.
Yeah, you see that, right?
He no damn body.
You see, he did that, right?
Yeah,
Also,
he did that but a crook.
That's true. Another thing I want to mention too, Viacom released a statement saying that they fired Nick Cannon because he didn't want to apologize. In a Facebook post, a lengthy Facebook post that Nick Cannon posted, he said that he actually did reach out to Sherry Redstone, who was the owner of Viacom, and Sherry Redstone is Jewish. And he actually tried to reconcile with her and apologize if he said anything wrong, and he wanted to have a conversation, but he said it was silence, that she didn't want to speak to him. And he also said that Viacom also didn't want to put out any messages or commercials that dealt with the deaths of George Floyd and other black people that have been killed during this time. So he said Viacom has been pretty crooked themselves. Right.
Yeah.
He said they've been pretty crooked.
Yeah, exactly. They've been
we can entertain you, but our lives don't matter. He don't need to be working for them anyway.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah,
he doesn't.
I agree.
And when it's all said and done, like I said, when I listened to the actual interview, I mean, I don't know what he said that was so anti-Semitic.
By claiming that black people are the original Jews and saying that black people are the original children of Israel, that's a perspective, that's an opinion. Obviously, we all believe that to be true based off of history. But how is that anti-Semitic? The definition for anti-Semitism is hostility or prejudice against Jews. Hello, did you know, people, that there are black Jewish people? There are actually black Jews. So if he has an open hostility or prejudice against Jews, that means all Jews, but he's talking specifically about black Jews. He's applying things to black Jewish people. So I don't understand personally.
I don't understand either.
Feel free to reach out. I don't understand how that's anti-Semitism.
I don't understand either. And when it's all said and done, it's not like he said the black people are the original Jews and the Jews now are frauds. He didn't say that. He never said like death to Jewish people and death to all these. Never.
Like that would be anti-Semitism. You know what I mean?
Yes. You know what the problem is? I think sometimes they're quick to say that we pull out the race card. No, they are quick to pull out the sensitive card. Far as when you look at it, when you look at the history is what it is. We are the original Jew. Israelite, you know? But we say that just to let it be known that, okay, we are the original. That's it. We don't leave it with anything else negative. Just saying, hey, you know, we're the originals, and then we leave it like that. So I don't think he said anything wrong. And when it came to, what's up?
I was just going to say, just to interject for a minute, the thing is, for those people who are very gung-ho about Jewish people, remember, Judaism is a religion, number one. And number two, there's even division within the Jewish community. White Jews are propped up as higher than black Jews.
Yes.
I was showing you an article, UNCOI article earlier today from 2019, where it says that most of Ethiopia's Jews moved to Israel, but not everyone welcomed them. So black Jewish individuals are being discriminated against in Israel, which is like the Mecca for Jewish people. Am I wrong?
That is. But isn't that weird how they discriminate against us, right? But then we allow white Muslims.
That's just our nature. It's in the nature of black people to be accepting.
Exactly. But listen, we may have to stop being so accepting. Let's be honest, because I mean, nobody else is being accepted.
For most.
Say that again?
What happened?
It's easier said than done for most black people. Like, I don't know why, but black people just love to give white people a pass and say, "Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. You can come to the cookout." Like all that dumb shit. Like, I'm tired of it.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
They don't do that to us. They don't.
And that's the thing.
Well, here's some of my resources. I'm sorry too. They don't do that.
Boom. There you go. My thing is this: I treat people how I want to be treated. All right. But in the same token, I'm no fool. Meaning, I'm gonna treat you how I want to be treated. But I feel like if you're not treating me right, then you cut off. That's it.
Yeah, for real.
Definitely.
That goes for black, orange, and in between.
You're totally correct. And the thing is this, when we talk about, because people are throwing around this term black supremacy. Thank you, Terry Crews.
Okay.
People are throwing around this term. Exactly. There's no such thing. You can't have two supremes. White people are supreme in this world. There is white supremacy. That is it. And everybody tries to mimic that. So whenever we've made comments in the past, say it be about white people, about the Asian community, because Asians are put on that level, especially here in the United States. They're put on the level with whites until something like this, like coronavirus, breaks out. Then they're put in their place once again. But
pause, time out, real quick. I heard that Panda Express closed down the mall, Trumbull Mall. I was like, what? Panda Express was like the Chinese Mecca in Trumbull Mall. So, you know, ain't nobody playing with no Chinese food lately, boy. Like, if Panda Express could close in the malls, that's a problem. Continue. I just want to throw that out.
I'm just saying, when we say these statements towards, like, white people or Asian people, remember, black people are the oppressed group. So if we express some frustration from time to time, it's not to say that we hate people and we're trying to eliminate an entire group or demographic. It's just frustration.
Yes.
Black people are at the bottom of the totem pole worldwide, and it's crazy because we occupy the most individuals. We make up the most of the world. We make up most of the world, black people. And yet we still occupy the lowest social status in the world. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, yeah,
everybody want to mimic us.
But that's because it's just it's like centuries, thousands of centuries of oppression. So at that point, where else do you expect us to be?
Yeah.
We're not going to get to the top of the totem pole like that. Like they set it up like that. This has been for thousands of years. So we just got to keep doing what we've been doing,
Yeah, no, I totally agree. But I think I just wish one day we can all just be unified. I'm telling you, that right there would be a problem because I bet you they didn't really pay attention to us once we all become unified.
That would be great. But once again, it comes back to those, thousands of years of keeping
no one trusts
each other.
Yeah, I know. I don't trust you.
Well, the greatest...
You want my resources.
The greatest detriment to the Black community worldwide has been, in my opinion, religion. Because that's what keeps us back. Like, it keeps us timid, keeps us docile, and we don't want to attack
to the fullest.
Americans or just like Black Haitians, everybody?
Everybody, because they're actually more religious in Africa and Haiti, I would say, than even in America. Blacks are.
Oh, okay.
A bunch of pawns, man. They got to wake up and understand that. They got to just realize that religion that they believing in is just keeping them down. What I mean by keeping them down is it's not making them move forward with life because they feel like, oh, because of this religion, it's okay for you to do this to me. I got to forgive you. I don't have to forgive you. You did me wrong. It's going to be a problem.
I think people need to know, you can have a relationship with God, but still use logic too. You don't have
That's the problem. They don't use logic.
They don't
use logic.
You can love God and have a relationship with him, but don't just let anything pass on the strength of him.
Right.
Pass on the strength of him. They don't do it for self too.
Right, and look at these white groups worldwide. They've conquered different countries, different continents in the name of their God. So they've committed mass genocide.
That is not in the name of. That's what they say. That can't be.
Yeah, that's what they say. But I'm like, they still uphold their quote unquote religion.
You can love God and have a relationship with him, but you got to use logic at the end of the day. We ain't praying to the same God, because our God would never tell us, let's go slaughter people and break up families and rape children. All types of wild shit that they do. And then just go pray to God and everything's okay.
That's definitely correct. I'll never forget when I went to visit Ghana, I'm in a sea of Black people, and I saw they had a statue of a white Jesus. And I'm sitting over here like, that's the problem right here.
Yeah, that's the problem right there.
With the dreads came out?
Yeah, what happened to he was short-lived.
At the game on Smash. That was so awesome when Jesus with the dreads came out. And Jesus was hot. I was like, that's popping too. His nice looking Jesus. He was a really nice looking Jesus.
Everybody lusting over Jesus. All the women.
That Jesus was nice looking. I was like, damn, okay.
If we being honest, that's probably how he looked anyway. I'm pretty sure the Messiah had locks. I'm pretty sure he had locks and he was chocolate.
Pretty sure.
They said that what was the Hidden Colors that we watched? Remember how they have the Last Supper? How with many Black men at the table? But they didn't want that to be portrayed. Yeah. So they told him to find some filling.
Yeah. A conqueror is going to put everything in their image because they conquered. The reason why everything we know today is white is because they are the ones that conquered the world. Pretty much, they conquered every area of the world.
And it kind of makes sense that a conqueror will make everything in his image too. He conquered.
Trying to hide history.
Exactly. Especially when they invaded and conquered Egypt, they had to actually take all the credit.
That's why they blew up the noses off the statues, because they would see that wide Negro nose that Black folk be trying to get rid of nowadays with the contouring and the makeup and the nose jobs. I know what y'all trying to do out there. So they would have seen that wide Negro nose, and we would have seen the pyramids like, oh, shoot, that's us.
Exactly.
It's definitely unfortunate. But the last thing I want to say about this Jewish thing is Black people, I understand, we know the truth. We just have to figure out a way to deliver it in a way that, because you know how people are going to react. I believe that we have to do a better job at how we deliver it, and we can't allow the narrative to shift to now we're anti-Semitic. We need to stay focused on the agenda here. Black Lives Matter, getting justice for Black people, getting reparations for Black Americans, and making sure that cops are brought to justice. Like what happened to the killers of Breonna Taylor? I think one of the cops is on vacation with 2 chicks, and I was annoyed to see that Instagram post.
Wow. I think what's going on with the world, I think they're so quick to find fault in what we're all doing. So we have to be on our game because they're looking for any flaws in why Black lives shouldn't matter, why that shouldn't be the main focal of the conversation. That's why they pick and choose. Oh, you're anti-Semitic and you're black? Oh, that's a no-no. And it's like, come on, let's be real. This one person, wherever he's saying, whatever he's doing, should not control the narrative.
No.
And the narrative is Black Lives Matter. Let's put it in the legislation. Let's make sure that cops going forward, kind of in Bridgeport, cops going forward now, they lose their, what is that? Something immunity. What is it? Not blanket immunity, but you know the immunity that they have. So basically, if they do something wrong, they can get in trouble, basically. They can get in trouble.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the name of the immunity, but yeah, something immunity. So, I mean, that's what they're doing in Bridgeport. So now if cops do something out of line and they get in trouble, that immunity that they used to have no longer exists. So now they have to put that in law for the country because a lot of cops, I believe that they understand and know the law as far as they know that they have this immunity. So even if they do something that's detrimental to their self, A, they won't get in trouble, and B, they still get their pension. Going forward, they should start losing their pension like anyone else who gets fired from a job. You should lose your pension. There's no reason why you should keep your pension. I'm sorry. Because that right there will make you think twice before you shoot an unarmed black man, put your knee on the neck of an unarmed black man, harm an unarmed black man. And even if he's armed, he still shouldn't be murdered. So let's get that straight. So we don't want you to now start trying to control the narrative and say, okay, but he was armed. So now what should I do? Do what you do to Tom and Bob and Timothy. What do you do with them?
Right.
You use the stun gun. That's what you do.
I definitely understand that. So speaking of these situations, or like I would like to call them entanglements, let's switch the conversation to a lighter subject. Well, depending on how this conversation goes. Finally, after you were talking about Jada Pinkett Smith rolling out the red carpet, she finally had her red table talk with her husband, Will Smith, about the August Alsina situation, talking about their time spent together was an entanglement. And everybody's been just laughing about that because she was in a relationship with a guy. She and Will had to press her about it. She slept with August Alsina while her and Will Smith were separated at a point in time. I think it was like 4 years ago or something like that. And she called it an entanglement. I wanted to get both of y'all thoughts on this.
I feel like with the entanglement, it's just not fair that women can actually call it an entanglement, but men is classified as cheating. Let's be real. Cheating is cheating. And I feel that she got her back blown out by a younger man. And I'm not mad for 50 Cent calling Will Smith out and playing him out saying, yo, man, but you let her, not really let her, but in so many ways, he was like, you know, you allow this young man to blow her back out, and Will Smith's response was F you. Listen, when it's all said and done, no, it shouldn't be that. Nah, I agree with that. I don't like half the stuff 50 Cent said, but I feel like
you like
Will Smith. Yeah. I feel like, let's call it what it is. Jada, I feel like when people are not true and don't call it what it is, it kind of allow them to kind of downplay what they did. And I'm just saying, there's rumors that Will Smith is doing the same, but we can't talk about Will Smith because he ain't the one that
his
messed
side
with a
piece ain't
messy
come
person.
out. Exactly. Yeah, his side piece ain't come out.
So we're gonna stick to Jada. I think for Jada to say it was an entanglement, that's downplaying the seriousness of what's going on, and is that you have been caught cheating. The entanglement. Listen. So we're gonna call it.
It don't matter if you were separated, you were still married. Until you sign them divorce papers, you cheating.
Exactly. And I feel like
that she was separated, but all right, I don't know.
No, I feel like this. with anybody. Because women wouldn't like it if a man said, you know, I ain't cheating on you, I just had an entanglement. They'd be like, no, you need to say what it is. It was an entanglement. But no, that wasn't an entanglement. You slept with this person. It was an entanglement. As long as that person keeps on saying it was an entanglement, then they're never admitting to the fact that I slept with someone else. I cheated on you. That's what people need to understand. So entanglement is bullshit.
I think it was just the verbiage. I mean, she knows what it was. They were all there. She just used the word that was politically correct. You know, it meant cheat all the time. Y'all need to let go and let God. Not a big thing.
I don't condone that either, though. I don't condone cheating either way when you're married. If you're not married,
it's fine.
I agree.
That's fine. No. That's the.
No, stop. Pause. That's why I caught it. I paused. I agree with Jay Stokes.
That's why
I agree with Jay Stokes.
Listen,
I agree with Jay Stokes.
ass because she liked August. That's the thing. That's the
Exactly.
problem with this society
So,
today. No,
let me
August
so let me
got all
clarify that.
those trappy videos and pictures, and he thought,
I
mean, they were just
agree with Jay Stokes. I do not condone cheating, but I feel
What if
like
he
in a
cheated?
relationship, huh? Who?
What if you cheated?
What if who? But guess what?
With
Do we have
they
We
have
don't-
receipts
do
on
we have
Will.
any proof?
B. Scott
Do we have
did.
any proof?
B. Scott had receipts. I saw it on Facebook
But guess what?
with all these women. Primarily
But did the
white.
women come out? Did the women come out?
No, they didn't come out, but come out don't make it right.
Look how she defended
No, it don't make it right.
because
But guess
look how
what?
she
We can't
defended
point
it.
the finger at Will.
August got
Exactly.
sprung. They didn't. That's the only difference between the two. One got sprung, the other one didn't. The other one kept it moving. Wrong is wrong and right is right. If he was cheating,
Right.
she was cheating, then that's
Guess
just
what?
the nature of
Guess
it.
what? Guess what?
All right. Wait.
Okay, look, hold on, Jason. Hold on.
Y'all
Hold
not
on,
gonna
hold on.
go there.
Hold on.
Right.
Only thing I'm gonna say this. Only thing I'm gonna say is
Tag
this.
team.
Only thing I'm gonna say is this. I believe that Will Smith has cheated on Jada, but my thing is this: we're not talking about Will Smith. We're talking about Jada. All right, we're talking about Jada because we all know, thanks to immature, I'm gonna tell on you, August Alsina, that Jada is caught out. I feel like
Her
Jada
side was
was
messy.
better
Her
off.
side was messy.
Yes, she got a bad, messy side. I feel like Jada would have looked better if she would say, yes, I cheated on you with August Alsina. I think the minute she said entanglement, it's like, girl, you're not taking this shit serious. I'm over it. Why
I
we?
don't think it was cheating though. I don't think that's
What?
the nature of their relationship.
What?
Guys. I really think if they swing and they got an open relationship anyway, then it's not really cheating, is it?
Coy,
Well,
here's my question.
the problem is we don't know. We don't know.
Life.
Coy, here's my question to you. Would you go as hard for this if you were not attracted to August?
So would I go as hard for it? No, it's not about August being fine and having a third leg based on the pictures I've seen.
Oh,
but
yeah.
all I'm saying is stay focused. Okay. So all I'm saying is that if they have a like swinger lifestyle, which everybody says that they does, then it doesn't really matter. It's just that August broke the rules. That's what really happened. So he's like, Jada, you need to get your holes under control. But I think that's the life that they live. I really believe that that's the life that they live. And you could tell by his energy, like he was frustrated with her for not just owning it. But at the same time, everybody know y'all swingers. They swing, y'all. So I don't think it's cheating if you swing. That's my point.
Well, this is my thing, though. I agree with you, but up until 2 weeks ago, or whenever August Alsina said this, it was all just rumors. It was all just speculations. We all thought behind closed doors they ain't worth shit. They all cheating on each other. But in the public
It's
light,
not cheating though.
how's it not cheating?
Here's the thing.
If you're into polygamy, it's not cheating. That's just what.
But
Okay,
even
listen.
swingers have rules, though. Even swingers
Yes.
have rules. So
Yes.
What rules you have? Not
Don't be messy.
Swingers, I think they're into like a full poly lifestyle. The men.
But guess what? I think the rules are don't be messy. And the minute it's messy, them act like I don't know nothing.
It's
That ain't my
messy
fault.
when the third and fourth party gets there, guys. It's
No.
messy
I
then.
think-
It's messy right then.
I think women are missing the biggest point. The biggest point is, okay,
because they're looking
yes.
they're looking through rose-colored glasses right now. They're
Yes,
looking
yes.
at rose-colored
Yes,
glasses.
and I
You
feel
guys
like
are, because men can't handle being cheated on. Get over it. But it's not really cheating.
No,
I don't mind. I don't mind that.
Like,
I don't
remember
mind
how
that
hard I
because-
went on Jay-Z? Remember how hard I went on Jay-Z with that Beyonce thing? I said, man, you saying you got the baddest chick, but you cheating on her? Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? I went hard on Jay-Z too. It ain't no gender thing. It's wrong is wrong.
Wrong is wrong. And I think women are seeing it as, well, y'all cheat all the time. Okay, listen. Okay,
Beyond
let's get
that.
something understood. In the public eye, Will has not been caught out. So we're only speculating, and we believe that Will has been doing dirt too. But at the end of the day, if nobody ain't calling Will out, if nobody ain't returning receipts or bringing receipts to the table, then let's focus on Jada. Jada was wrong. Jada was messy. Let's move on. Now, if Will get caught out and Will already said he's going to get it back, which means Will going to be the next in line. So Will let it be known on TV. I'm going to get you back. She's like, you so petty. He's like, whatever you call it, I'm getting you back. So with that being said, look for Will to come out with his messiness. But let's just take away Will. Let's take away Jada. Okay? I feel like if my significant other or Jay Stokes' significant other cheated on him, it's not right. It's not, well, Jay, men cheat. Well, I didn't cheat. Jay Stokes didn't cheat. So why do we got to get thrown in?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, we didn't cheat. So it's not cool. It's not right.
And why, as a woman, would you want to go and be like the worst form of men and cheat because men cheat? Why would you want to be like that? Move on.
Because men don't cheat. Because men don't cheat. Boys cheat.
Boys cheat. Yep.
Boys cheat. Because a real man know what he want. He know what he got. He's like, yo, he's been around the world. He sees, yo, it's not that serious. I got you. I'm focused on you. There's really good men out there. The problem is, I don't think women believe it. They're not used to it.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
In case you haven't noticed, the United States is under some real racial tension right now. But this has always been the case. It's just been highlighted on a larger scale due to the killings of Mr. George Floyd, Miss Breonna Taylor, Mr. Ahmaud Arbery, and countless other black individuals. But since the inception of the United States, black people have been under a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of terror by the hands of numerous individuals, notably white individuals. This has led to much drama that impacts the psyche of many black Americans, many African Americans, many people in the African diaspora today in the United States. People feel insecure about their hair, their skin complexion, their lips, their nose, their way of just being, their way of living. And then there's the infighting. A lot of intra-racial tensions have been seen with black people in the United States and worldwide. So Chemistry Productions decided to undertake a project called Why I Love Being Black. Now, this is going to be a short film or a mini documentary that highlights why people love being black. And it's meant to uplift the spirits of different black individuals who feel just hurt by this current racial tension, by the racial tension that has always been there in America, by the discrimination, by the racism. Now, originally, the release date for this project was going to be 2 weeks ago, and then it was changed to July 1st. But still, Chemistry didn't feel quite ready. Now, for this project, Chemistry Productions is asking for different black individuals to send either a video recording or an audio recording detailing why they love being black. It can be however long you want it to be, however short you want it to be. And we wanted individuals to send their audio recordings or video recordings to k3mistryproductions@gmail.com so that Chemistry could compile these together for the short film or the mini doc. Right now, the release date for this project will not be publicized, but Chemistry Productions will get this done because we as a company, we as an entity, believe in empowering blacks throughout the United States and throughout the world. So if you're a black individual and you want to help with this mini documentary or the short film, please do so. We definitely encourage that, and we hope to empower and inspire you all in the near future.
Return to your regular programming.
Also, I feel like good men are considered corny to women. Women say they want a good man, but when they get a good man, he ain't exciting enough. He wants to stay in the house, or that's the problem. He don't want to, you know what I'm saying? So see?
That's why she laughing.
And baby girl laughing because she understands. A good man equates to boringness, and it's like, nah, a good man.
So funny to me. Why did I just get here for that part?
So I feel like, anyways, nowadays we all need to really be careful of what we want, because when we get it and they're not happy with it, then we can't really. It's not like
Some
shopping.
girls like good guys. Not all girls like bad guys.
No, not all girls like bad guys.
I think bad girls like good boys. They love that shit. They like the stability of it.
Yeah, but then somehow they get bored and throw their ass back in the river because they want to spike with the dreads and the tattoos.
The thing is this, and
Willie.
I said on the last podcast episode that we really have to watch who we're attracted to, because someone you're attracted to and you think you're just messing with on the low, that could be a lifetime of problems, a lifetime of headaches. So you look at like August Alsina, you see he's a messy dude messing with married women. Look at the game. I know a lot of people are attracted to the game, right? A lot of people, there are women out there that are attracted to 50. Yeah, women are attracted to the game.
Attracted to the game.
There are women attracted.
I don't know. Maybe.
There are women attracted to 50 Cent. There's women attracted to these messy dudes out here because they got the power or they hood or, they sex game on point or something like that. And I'm like, okay, but then what do you end up with? You end up with kids and the dude is not around, or you end up getting beat up by the dude, or you end up getting disease because he can't keep it in his pants and he go messing around with Keisha, LaQuisha, Shakoya around the block. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying that we really got to look at who we're attracted to and figure out why we're attracted to those people. Like, are these people toxic for us? A good time could be a lifetime of problems.
I agree.
Right.
Amen. Yeah,
I want to say for the women, not all women like knucklehead guys. Like, it's a lot that come with that. You're like a mother, a babysitter, a nurturer, pastor, a therapist. Like, ain't nobody have time to be doing all that shit. Better to have somebody that's like, on the right side of the track. You don't got to work so hard.
But I think a lot of women do like projects.
Some of them do. Some of them do. Okay. Okay. All right. Fine. All right.
But let me hold it down. Let me hold it down for the women too. A lot of guys, they will mess up a good thing with a nice girl because they want, Shakia, yeah. Shakia down the block, or Quanisha.
That's selling coochie for $40.
Exactly. I mess up a good thing. Like, I go back to Jay-Z. I don't know the type of person Beyonce is, but she presents herself to be pretty well kept, right? And Jay-Z still cheated on her. He could have potentially messed up a good thing. Me personally, I think they're in a business relationship. I don't really think that's an actual relationship, but that's my.
Somebody said he's gay.
What?
I know that. Yeah, I heard that a long time ago. But
my friend has a tranny from back in the day.
Wow.
I heard that then.
Okay, I don't know who dogs are barking, but with that being said, I feel like this is the problem. I think in relationships, we got to start forming a thing called communication. Take it back to the basics.
Yes.
If you have a problem with your significant other, I think you should be able to confront that problem. As far as if you feel like you're not having enough sex or too much sex, you should be able to communicate that with your significant other. I think you should be able to communicate anything with your significant other. And if you can't, then that's not the right person for you, because communication is key. And without communication, I think that's the reason for a lot of failed relationships.
Yes.
Communication, it does not mean nagging. So let's get that understood. A lot of people confuse the two and want to nag all day. No. Communication is, if you feel like you're not getting something from that certain person, then talk about it. And you could talk about it without nagging.
Yeah.
I think nagging only happens when you repeat yourself. But I think also, if you're repeating yourself, then that person isn't listening too.
Right. So, I totally agree. And
communication.
Make real relationships great again. I'm tired of these side pieces. I'm tired of these situationships. Make real relationships great again. How about that?
Yeah. I feel like a relationship consists of one and two. Two people. And that's it. It does not consist of two people in a drive-by once in a block. No, that's not a relationship. That's a messy ass relationship. Because somebody's going to get hurt. STDs come into play. Kids could come into play. Murder and mayhem could come into play.
And the thing is, people take sex so lightly these days. Sex is an experience. People look at it as a sport. And I think that's why we have a lot of situations nowadays where people are in a mess. Because they're like, okay, I'm just going to have sex and blah, 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 and get over with. But then somebody becomes attached. Next thing you know, they on Channel 12 News the next week because someone done killed somebody because they jealous. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think nowadays people need to just take it back to the basics. Relationships is between two people, not, like I said again, two people in a drive-by once in a while. Because drive-by once in a while is definitely a problem. I'm telling you, that shit is messy. If you need that drive-by, male or female, then that person that you're with is not doing it for you. And I think it's best for you to leave them alone.
That's pretty fair. That's pretty fair, yeah.
Yeah,
it's a fair
assessment.
Because if it ain't popping, you need to go. Because everybody
need to go. Because guess what?
Communication is one thing, but being satisfied in the bedroom is another. Unless you're not a sexual person, that's different. But who the hell trying to stay around with some whack sex? That's crazy.
Well, that's where the communication come in, no court.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You better be able to
it's okay
too.
It's okay for you to communicate and teach your partner what you like, I think.
That's the problem. No, people ain't patient. People not patient anymore either. That's the problem. That's how relationships don't work out. People not patient. Yeah, people want everything. They want the microwave package. Here you go. And that's why you notice things that you get in the microwave, they aren't filling. But things you spend time to cook and prepare, that is filling.
Exactly, because I feel like this. If you got the nerve, listen, only time you can't communicate is if the delivery, aka the package, male or female, is not where it needs to be. Then it's kind of like you can't communicate that. You know what I'm saying? If you just don't have what that person wants in size, female, then it's kind of like you can't talk that way. You can't talk your way to better to add in.
Well, actually you can. Actually, you can with toys. Actually, you can with toys.
No.
So God forbid the battery died. Is she looking at you?
Hey, different things work. Different things work with different people. Different things work with different people, and if it doesn't work, then hey, you can move on to somebody else. But at least try.
Yeah,
okay.
I agree.
That's a fair assessment. Okay, fine. I'm not.
Go like nah.
Yeah,
Don't
no.
be messy.
But everybody's different, like you said. So whatever.
Yes, everybody's into different things. Everybody's willing to tolerate certain things. Everybody is different, but I don't think people should be shamed. Like, for example, let's move on to the next topic with this. Tory Lanez recently got arrested. He was with Meg Thee Stallion. He got arrested for carrying a gun in his car, and the police report came out, and it was shown that he was listed at like 5'3". So people were making fun of his height. Exactly. People making fun of his height. And my thing is, I don't think it's great to shame people on that stuff. Like, people can't control certain things they're born with. Like, you can't control height. So if someone's born short, like, a woman would be upset if you make fun of her weight, which is something she can control. But yeah, women are quick to make fun of a dude for their height, which is something they can't control.
He 5'3".
Yes, he's 5'3". See, y'all part of the problem. Y'all are part of the problem.
120.
Y'all are part of the problem.
Yeah, I thought he was taller than that. Just by the way he acted.
Because he lied and said he was 5'7".
Oh, well, okay, you clown someone for that. Okay.
So that's where the gag is for real. Like, you have
He's 5'3". So him and Kevin Hart. So I think Kevin Hart taller than him, right?
Yeah, Kevin Hart's like 5'4".
Oh, well, wait, is that true?
Yeah, Kevin Hart was listed at 5'4".
Well, guess what? Tory Lanez listed at 5'7". So.
Right, and he's 5'3" according to the daggone receipts. So.
Did y'all just miss my entire point that I tried to make?
What was your point?
My point was people can't control certain things they are born with, like height. Women are quick to laugh at a short dude, but if he says something about her weight, which is something she can't control.
I already told y'all I don't like that. So,
what,
but that's me
men?
personally. I'm short though. I'm short. That's why, guys. I'm 5'2". Shit.
Wow.
We can't both.
You 5'2"?
Yeah.
You 5'2"?
Yeah.
Dang, I didn't know you were that short,
bro.
Yeah, y'all did look kind of small at the party.
Yeah, I don't want nobody feel like they could beat my boyfriend up because he's a little man. Like, nah, we're not about to do that. So I don't want to date no little man. But I feel like Tory Lanez has a great personality, and that's not really the important part. Why did he get mad? Let's get into that. Other than the gun, who shot Megan in the foot?
I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. So somebody got shot in the foot.
Megan Thee Stallion, she got shot.
Yeah, reportedly she got shot in the foot.
I guess you're going to blame it on somebody else, not the people in the car, right?
But well, they said I done cursed her. That's why they said screamer was called. I was cracking up. You know the internet ain't got no shame.
Some people are saying though that Meg stepped on glass.
Oh gosh.
Why would she say she suffered injuries? Gunshot.
Stepped on glass.
You know how people like to make things bigger than what it is.
But if I ain't get shot, I'm not saying I got shot. Unless you really want to be like a rapper, like, you know, because then you need to be certified and, you know, got stabbed or shot or something.
About 98% of these rappers ain't been shot, okay? Only rappers I know have been shot have been 50 and Tupac. That's it. That survived.
Tory Lanez get shot? Or he just be walking around with guns on him?
I don't know. Boxing people, so who knows? Well, listen, guys, it's been fun.
It's been a good combo.
Yeah, as always, family. It was great.
All right.
Let's get ready for next week. Gonna be our 100th episode, so we got some surprises in the tank. All righty.
We're gonna be drunk as hell. Let's get it.
You hear?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, good.
I'll see you tomorrow. All right.
All right.
See y'all later. Peace.
So shady, bye.
So go a little something like this. That's AVIOT.